A man tripped, lost his footing, and disappeared into a pickle vat. The factory closed before anyone thought to look for him. 101 years passed. Two curious boys pried the lid open and found him sitting there, unchanged, like time had simply forgotten he existed. Doctors had no explanation. The country couldn't stop talking about it, but none of that mattered to him because while he was preserved in brine, the woman he loved had been buried in the ground for nearly 9 decades. A great-grandson was all that remained of everything he'd built. He grabbed the boy tight and said, "Take me to her." The moment he stepped outside, he stopped breathing for a second. Steel towers scraping the sky, metal machines roaring down the road, nothing like the world he remembered. When they reached the cemetery, a billboard was casting a shadow over her headstone, dripping mud onto the stone like it wasn't even there. He snapped. Workers got involved, things escalated, and he ended up in handcuffs. The great-grandson drained everything he had just to get him out. Standing outside that station, the old man made a decision. He was going to own that billboard and destroy it with his own hands. Except his pockets were empty, and his only talent was something he'd spent a century soaking in. He couldn't even afford cucumbers, so he went through garbage bags until he found expired ones, grabbed discarded bottles from the pavement, sliced everything up, packed it with salt, and left the open bottles outside for the rain to do the rest. He wheeled his cart out and planted himself in the street. People slowed down, tried one, and couldn't explain why it hit so different. No chemicals, no shortcuts, just something that tasted like it was made by someone who had nothing to lose. The videos spread faster than he could make batches. Then his great-grandson, watching the fame roll in, picked up the phone and called the health department out of pure jealousy. Shut down again, fined heavily, back to nothing. But 2 regulars sat him down and told him about interns, college kids who work for experience instead of pay. He hired a dozen, built a real process, opened properly, and the same people who'd lined up on the street found him again. The money came quickly, and he spent the first of it on that billboard, tore it down board by board, and stood at her grave with the sun finally reaching her name, like for more.